I know some of you hate to see it, but I'm back with another AI product photography tutorial. This is how you use ChatGPT, Midjourney, Photoshop, and Canva to build your website all using AI. None of these images are real. How crazy is that? Let me show you how I did this. First thing I did was work with ChatGPT to develop the brand strategy for a minimalist luxury brand that would be focused on an edgy female consumer who likes minimalism. As you can see, we got the target audience breakdown, the buyer persona, what products and services would be sold, key value proposition, brand messaging, tagline, as well as 3 potential art directions for brand imagery, which is great because then I'll utilize one of these, or actually all of them, to then see what type of photos I can create in Midjourney that would align with this target consumer. Because remember, we're not just making pretty pictures, we're actually trying to create images that will lead to conversions and community building. So from there, I jump into Midjourney. As you can see, I'm generating so many photos till I come across the right photos for this particular brand. These ended up being my top favorite photos. I also tried a few different concepts. Some of them I really liked, but I ended up going more of the art direction of industrial chic. So that's why I really ended up focusing on more images that looked like this, right? Slightly cooler tone background, and the models themselves looked a bit more edgier. And I'm always big on creating like a diverse model set, so I always make sure to prompt for that. If you're detail oriented, you might have noticed that there's something weird happening here with this nose ring. I took it into Photoshop. This particular one, I'm using the desktop version, but I took it into Photoshop, and essentially what I did was using generative fill, got rid of that weird nose ring, and then adding a septum ring here at the bottom. Let me show you really quickly how I did that. You start by drawing around what you want to get rid of, and then you hit generative fill. You type in what you'd like to see. Now keep in mind, you might have to change the verbiage quite a lot to get exactly what you want. And you can also add in a reference if you want to get something that's very similar to something that exists. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments and I can make a video about it at another time. But then you press generate. And now you can end up with something cool like this. Keep in mind, you might have to generate quite a bit. You sometimes get really weird results, but just keep going until you end up with what you like. Also, you'll see here, I do a lot with the photos as well when it comes to vibrancy, exposure, contrast, adding texture to the images, as well as adding things like changing the coloring of the image, etc., etc. It's just not straight out of the box. That's how I'm getting these like super photorealistic results on top of what I'm creating in Midjourney. But what I do now is now take these images, finding a template I like in Canva, and then adding the images in, as well as adding the copy that I got from ChatGPT about the brand. And then voila, like how incredible is this? This brand doesn't even exist, but it looks amazing. If you stayed here this long, you're a real one. So I know you probably want either more support or guidance on how to do stuff like this on your own, or you want to hire someone like me to do this for you. You know where to go. Follow for more.